Okay, before I start to say anything, I would like to mention whatever I will say in my interview is my personal opinion. It doesn't necessarily mean if it is wrong or it is right. First of all, we can agree that Finland has a great education system and there is a lot of freedom of speech in Finland. I mean, you can express yourself as a musician, whereas in my country, if you say something against government, you might get into a serious problem. Second thing I would like to say is criticizing the system that Finland is not that much diverse. Of course, I can understand that part of it is coming from the population and Finland is not a big country, but government's policy really affected this. Diversity is good because if you have international students, they will transfer their knowledge and it's like you share and networking with rest of the world. Besides that, Finland has a lack of labor force, and if you have international students, if you provide them jobs, then they will become your labor force and you can boost your economy. But government didn't succeed in that. I'm a non-European international student in Finland and I know how difficult the situation might be. As an example, I need to have 7,000 euro in order to renew my residence permit each year, which is a lot of money, and currently there is tuition fee 5,000 euro for civil use, and you don't get any support from governments, and you need to pay for your own insurance. All of these things make a difficult situation for international students that they don't want to stay after their graduation, and it's kind of a waste of resources. If governments or if from the people's tax you invest on training international students, then why you need to create such a difficult situation for them so they don't want to stay and they don't repay it back to your economy? I hope this really will change and governments change their policy so it's become more open, more diverse and more easy for students. So if they come to Finland, they stay after their graduation and they will repay it back to the economy and eventually to the people. Tell a few words about yourself, please.
My name is Noel Saizunu, and as you know, most of the African name has a meaning, and Noel, it means small Jesus.
Can you tell a bit about your music also? What is your background in music?
My background in music is voodoo music, is voodoo rhythm, because I come from the roots of voodoo, which is Dahomey, which was the first name of Benin today.
Can you tell a bit story that how did you meet with those musicians in the first point?
Finnish Cultural Center in Benin, and by this cultural center many people come from Finland, especially from the art field, dancer, photographer, sculptor, and mostly musician. And I remember that I didn't speak any English at all in that time. I was communicating hardly with people who was mostly speaking English. Then little by little, because music doesn't have a particular language, you just meet, take your instrument and communicate, start just to play, and you will find out that you have a language with music language. So that I have been doing with them mostly when they come to Grand Popo. They live in Villa Caro, and they always want somebody, some musician, local musician, to teach them some rhythm, some voodoo rhythm or some traditional rhythm from Benin, and the person they used to contact usually is me. That was the beginning of my meeting with people from abroad.
What is your suggestion for me how I can get to this culture, to the music?
Most of my friends that I have met in Finland, I met them in Benin.
Mm-hmm.
Yane Halonen, Eroko Bistonen, Kari Ikonen, Tina Lenfors, who is the boss of Transcultural Eri, Miria Makela, with who I was just 4 hours ago for teaching, and most of them I met them in Benin. So don't be lazy, please. Even you don't have anything, your free time, take it to practice. Forget about what you have already have, because you have already in your pocket. That I say you have already in your pocket. Something that you have in your pocket, put it in one side, and what you are studying there, please focus and put your whole person, your whole soul to get to know, because that's the key, and from there you will start to find some friend, or some friend will start to discover you, they will start to find you, they will start to see you, and they will start to do some project with you. And if you knock, you try to open that door, I think you will not regret to collaborate with Finnish people or Finnish musicians. We say in Benin that the best friend is those who don't stay forever. Who don't stay forever until the coffin. But it's those who meet for some time, they stay together for some time, and then sometimes also they get separated to each other to get some new feeling back to each other again. So,
what is your suggestion for me how I can get to this culture, to the music?
Most of my friends that I have met in Finland, I met them in Benin.
Mm-hmm.
Yane Halonen, Eroko Bistonen, Kari Ikonen, Tina Lenfors, who is the boss of Transcultural Eri, Miria Makela, with who I was just 4 hours ago for teaching, and most of them I met them in Benin. So don't be lazy, please. Even you don't have anything, your free time, take it to practice. Forget about what you have already have, because you have already in your pocket. That I say you have already in your pocket. Something that you have in your pocket, put it in one side, and what you are studying there, please focus and put your whole person, your whole soul to get to know, because that's the key, and from there you will start to find some friend, or some friend will start to discover you, they will start to find you, they will start to see you, and they will start to do some project with you. And if you knock, you try to open that door, I think you will not regret to collaborate with Finnish people or Finnish musicians. Because we say in Benin that the best friend is those who don't stay forever. We don't stay forever until the coffin. But it's those who meet for some time, they stay together for some time, and then they sometimes also they get separated to each other to get some new feeling back to each other again. So
my name is Maruf Majidi. I'm musician from west part of Iran, Kurdish, from a Turkish speaking mother and Kurdish speaking father. I play long-necked instruments, tambur and tar. Tambur is my main instrument, so I also play dotar and setar and tar, and singing, and studying a little bit composition also. I love to compose. Currently I'm living in Helsinki, Finland, and doing music, work with dancers and some performances also, and then I have my band, some duo, trio, actually 2 trios, 2 duo, 1 bigger band called Baran Band.
Why did you choose Finland out of many countries with music possibilities? What is the good things about music scene in Finland that you want to mention?
I mean, first of all, I mean at the first stage, I didn't really choose Finland. It was just many things happened that I came here. So, but if we look at the issue from the other side, why I stayed here, maybe I put it in that way, is because I got to study here. I got to know the Finnish folk music, and I get in love with it, and I started to study Finnish folk music, and later world music, global music in Sibelius Academy, and and of course the language, friends, girlfriend, family, music, work, everything, all together.
Because I know you personally, that I know you quite found your place in the Finnish music scene. You are successfully do your music, as my observation. How did you open up your place, your space among the musicians in Finland? How did you get integrated with the local musicians?
I think the first key was the language. That was the first. Even though people here speak very good English and they like to, communicate in English, but still the Finnish is the language, and I think that was the main reason. And after that, you need to be a little bit lucky. You need to believe in what you do and do it all the time, talk less and do more. I think that was one thing that I just wanted to do, the things that I was thinking and think still that I was continuing what I was, it doesn't matter if it's Finland or Germany or South Africa or Australia or Iran, you know. Wherever you go, that's it. I was supposed to do music, so here also was a better platform, you know. It was it was easy to grab the things, and I went for it.
Have you ever faced anything that might upset you? Like, as an example, something unfair that's been done to you as in a musical scene because in favor of a local musician, let's put it in this way. Has this happened ever to you?
Yes and no. The answer is no, because it's also related to your previous language. I have been fortunate here, you know. I learned the language quite fast and was doing all the time with, you know, Finnish musician, working with them. And also, I was not really, you know, trying to find I'm not the person trying to find the problems, you know. I was just trying to find where is the, you know, there is a space that I can go through that, you know. I was trying all the time to find the ways, you know, to do the things, not find the problems. That's the problem, and I need to mention that. So in that sense, not really. But in other, of course, you have more freedom to do things, you know. Finland, as a new growing country, as a young country, needs foreigners, as also foreigners need Finland, and you know, it's caused it's a two-way road.
As a person who's been in Finland for a long time and also did music, do you think there is enough diversity in music scene in Finland?
Not really. No, it's not. Finland is a small country. Helsinki is the biggest city, and it's not really as big as we know how the big cities are. So it's not really. I mean, there is diversity in people's mind, yeah. But in music scene, no, not really. I mean, you can, you know, there is maybe some klezmer music here and there, some flamenco music, dances, yeah, and there's diversity in dances, you know. So, and hobby, amateur, how you say it, dance, you know, a lot, people here love to dance. But in music scene, not really, you know. Middle Eastern music, maybe 1-2 bands. Let's say 5 in the whole country. African bands, not really, you know, some from Senegal and some from East Africa, and bands from North America, not really. So there is not really places to play live, you know. The live music is not really the thing here. In Finland, people, if they want to listen to music, I mean, I'm not talking about Helsinki again, you know. Helsinki is different. Helsinki, Turku, Tampere, Jyväskylä, you know, Lahti, they're a little bit different. But if you say it in a people, it's, I mean, going to the concert is not really the thing here, you know. If they, you know, people going to bar, you know, and listening to what is taustamusiikki, I don't know, background music. Also, something just to mention is that because of this country, the weather, and there's also people tends to talk too much about weather. That's something that unconsciously you get into that game, you know. That's a mind game that's going on all the time here. Talking about weather, it's cold and it's dark and it's I think the smart one, people are the ones who don't care about that, you know. So you need to have your own weather always here in your pocket. Then you feel good always.